Hi, I'm Tony Dottino. I am the founder of the USA Memory Championship, and I'm going to be the host for the first USA virtual memory competition and organizing the team around what we wanted to do this year, recognizing COVID has been a challenge for everybody in any place. We wanted to have an event. And when I first started off with this idea and I got the team of people together, we were obviously all disappointed with COVID. We had Luminosity, and we had MIT, we had other interests with Penn State, Penn State. We had a lot of interest. We had a Brain Expo. All of that obviously didn't happen because of the COVID quarantines and things. And as I looked at businesses and things that are going on and the shutdowns and the sacrifices people have made, I felt that, this is not the worst thing in the world. Although it's a song go, I hope things worked well for your interview and that position worked out for you. But in any case, what I want to do, one of my favorite people are on Facebook. I haven't seen her for a while, so she's obviously been busy and doing some other things, so it's nice to see her on. But back to the virtual event. So to all of the things that were going on, I had just then got the team to recognize, look, this is not the worst thing in the world with Zoom, and then starting to learn how to do more and more work on Zoom. I got the team back together and said, look, let's get a team, figure out how to do a virtual Zoom memory competition. I mean, there have been people that have done it in one flavor or another on laptops, and I just said, look, I started using Zoom. I got to teach a few classes at university, got to teach a number of people in webinars and things. So I said, look, the computer technology should allow us today to at least have a virtual event. And what you'll laugh at this, because when I started with it, my goal at the time is that, look, if we could do all the things we had with MIT, Luminosity, and all of the people that were interested in competing to the live event, and we could just get notes out to the respective participants for our live event and the various schools and emails of people and people that have followed my Live with Tony's, we should be able to get at least 50 people that would compete. And if we were lucky and we were really blessed, we'd get to 100. And so we put the team together. We got everything laid out. What would we do? We had some prep work to do with Luminosity. The memory team went through a number of their games. They've got 60 different games that they have on there. So our team of the Memory LLC played a variety of games, selected a couple of games from their platform that we thought would be appropriate for a memory competition, organized the events that we thought we could do. So then we said, we'll do similar to what we do live. We'll have qualifying events, and then we'll take the top scorers from the qualifying events, and then we'll bring them into a virtual competition on Zoom. So we decided we'd do the words to remember. So we'll post the words, and then we'll go around with 8 finalists, and they'll go through the word list on how many of the 200 words they can remember. And then we would do a tea party event, similar to what we do on stage, which is always everybody's favorite. And then we could stream this, and people at home, spectators, they could watch it and they could be a part of it. So it'd be a lot of fun, and we'd do the event. And so lo and behold, we organized around the Luminosity games and around the tea party and the words to remember, and off we went and laid out then the logistics of what we would have to do. And then we went to MIT, and they're going to actually be the Zoom host for it. So MIT will do the hosting for people to access it on Zoom. And then the logistics of getting notices out to people and what this is going to be about and how to get that all reviewed and approved and things of that sort. And then off we came. So in our initial burst from the USA Memory thing. We had about 50 people. I'm losing numbers right now because the numbers keep changing every week. But we had a number of people that came through the USA Memory Championship. And then the next thing that was wonderful was Luminosity then said, okay, well, now it's our turn. We'll get some people out and we'll let our subscribers know that we're doing our first Memory Championship in tandem with you guys, and let's see what happens. And they have just been phenomenal. I mean, the people that have worked with us from Luminosity couldn't be better colleagues to collaborate with. The people that we've worked with there have all been can-do. Let's have some fun. Let's make this an experiment. Let's be fair to everybody that's going to participate in it. I mean, they've just been an awesome group of people. And then their IT people that they've had to work on this, and how we'll do the logistics of it, and how we can, I mean, you couldn't ask for a more positive group of people to work with, to make something like this happen. And the fast forward to all of this is remember what I said I wanted was somewhere between 50 and 100, and I'd be happy. We're at the point where we'll multiply that by a factor of 10. And so we're going to have well over 500 people, and this has been just fantastic. So as the numbers came in this week, so as Luminosity then went back to a second wave, and we're looking at them saying, well, we got our 500 people, now we're pushing the next 500 people. So this is going to be fun. I mean, we've got speakers that we're going to have. We've got an executive from Luminosity that's going to talk to us about their interest in this and what their experiences are and what's happening there from Luminosity's perspective, and brain health and mental fitness. We've got MIT that's going to have a speaker. We've got Michael Dattino, who has put together I believe, from my 22 years of doing this stuff, one of the best curriculums and courses that one can possibly have, that has a great blend of mental fitness, memory events, how to use these things, and chunking information and remembering what you need to for tests and exams, how to build social interactions, a tool that helps you to retain and recall. So the Maximum Memory Mastery has served as a fabulous tool for people, and it's all coming together. Now comes my next anxiety is like, with 1,000 people that are going to compete, all right, how do we do, what's the logistics of coordinating all of this for our big day, November 14th. So November 14th is 3 weeks away. October 31st is our closing. We're shutting down October 31st with no more applications after October 31st. Now comes the logistics of getting information back to our people that have enrolled and letting them know what the day is going to be like and what they're going to be having to do, which is obviously having a laptop and being able to access the Luminosity games that we've selected. And so we got to make sure we get that back to them and they can get that on their laptop. So now we've been working with the logistics. Now my team's got a couple of people that know what they're doing. We've got MIT neuroscience with our professor that is working on the Zoom piece of it. And then again, our great fans at Luminosity sorting through with their team on what they need to do on their side. And everybody's willing to help everybody, which is really great. The collaboration is, if there's one team member that's got a little bit of a drop, another team member is willing to pick it up if they've got the skill or the experience. And I'm just watching this with my process innovation background and skills of Sigma and quality and things, and I'm just trying to make sure all the pieces are going to fit and all the elements will run so that we have as best as we can on November 14th with a fluid event that comes off as well as having much fun and as excitement as we're having. And we say fun, we want people that tune into this to really learn something in a lighthearted, fun way, and not with an intensity that gives them the phobias that some people have about worrying they'll lose their memories. And so we're working to demonstrate that there are tools and skills and apps and ways of learning to improve your memory if you what now? What have I been saying? First, if you believe you can improve it, there are skills that you can learn, and how are you willing to learn them? Are you willing to practice those skills? And then are you willing to give it a go and use them in a very simple way that's not so crazy? And that's where I think the Luminosity games bring a level of fun and not an intensity, but a level of competition that brings it to a level where a point where people don't have to get phobic about this and enjoy the opportunity to be a part of the day. So, and speakers, and we're getting speakers so that our spectator audience has got some people that we're going to bring on that I just think are, if we can get the agenda of people that we are planning to get, it's going to be an educational day, it's going to be a competitive day, and at the end of it, boy, I'm going to say, have we achieved and exceeded our goals of what we set out with? And as I teach people, we have infinite creative capacity and we can innovate forever. And team, let's figure out how to apply that which we teach. And we're 3 weeks away from making this happen. So stay tuned. We'll give you some further updates in my Live with Tony's. I'm back on Monday evening at the 7 o'clock hour. So enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you next week.